What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hustle with JesseW. Today we're going to go over some NFT stocks that I think might have some potential. Check it out. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and jump into this video now, and we're going to go over some NFT stocks that have been popping off over the last week, and see where they're at now, what they did, and maybe where they can go moving forward depending on the levels they might hold or not. Okay, now NFTs, non-fungible tokens, are all the hype right now, right? And maybe that hype continues as crypto starts to, get hotter and hotter and hotter, or maybe the hype dwindles down here pretty soon and something else takes over. You never know. This is why we got to stay nimble as day traders, right? Now, with NFTs being all the hype, one needs to keep their ear to the ground as far as technical analysis. You really got to study up and see what charts are actually looking pretty good, which ones aren't, and you always want to go from there, right? So we're going to go ahead in here and jump into the charts, and we're going to go over 5 NFT stocks that made some pretty big moves over the last 5 days. All right, now let's go ahead and jump into the video. Well, guys, as we do, I'm going to leave you a link in the description section below so you can come join me for free on Mondays and trade with me and the group completely for free. It's going to be a link in the description section and in the comment section, so go ahead and check that out. All right, guys, so here is the chart, okay? And this one is one of my favorites, if not probably my favorite NFT stock right now, and nothing because of the company itself, it's just because of the chart. This is probably the cleanest chart. We nailed this one in the chat room the other day, on Thursday. We nailed this one on Thursday, and I'll show you really quickly here. I actually posted a live video recap of this trade from Thursday, and I'll show you real quickly here what the setup was like. And we were watching OCG off of this gap up, trying to hold above that $12 to $11 area. At the same time, we were watching Tcat, and Tcat was the sector leader. That one started to make a big pop, and you'll see me go over this and the live trade if you watch my live trade recap, okay, which I uploaded on Thursday early in the evening. Now, you get the quick pop, right? I got long in here around the 1270s, added through VWAP, and mistakenly took profits a little bit too early by clicking the wrong button. I was just trying to take off a portion of my position, holding on the rest for the squeeze. So that was a mistake I made, but some members in chat nailed it, and they caught that move right there, which was awesome. It sold off afterwards, but the stock itself has held up pretty well, very decently. And that's what we're going to go over here. We come on over here to the daily. If you look back, okay, this stock is up over this 650s and this previous $8.40 area resistance. It's held up well over that. In fact, the day of this initial push, okay, from $4.30 upwards of over 9, it's actually held that general high area extremely well. So right now what you're seeing here is potentially the beginning of a bull flag setup, okay? You have your flagpole here within these 2 candles, right? Good volume on those 2 candles, and now you're having your consolidation begin. If this consolidation starts to pan out over the next few days, and it's funny because when we were at the day trader chat room on Thursday, I was telling the guys, I was like, if this holds on and starts to flag on the daily, it could, provide some good potential setups in the future here. So if this starts to flag over the next 3 days or so, we could see ourselves maybe have a little bit of a swing trade setup here, with some pretty tight risk. So this one is probably my favorite because this is the chart. That's it. There's nothing else to it. It's at max history. And if it can get back up over 17, it could easily get back up here over $20 to test these previous all-time highs. So that's pretty good. Maybe the company comes out with a press release. Who knows? The next one that I like is also pretty clean. It's Tcat. This is the original one that made the big move last weekend. As you can see here, if we scroll further back, it's it's at all-time highs, right? It's made new all-time highs. It's up here. So very clean levels. And what you have is, again, two candles that are basically forming the flagpole for the commencement of a bull flag setup. Okay, it's not there yet. It's starting out. A couple more days, maybe it'll start to look more defined. Now, obviously, there was some indecision on both of these days, but we have numerous things going for it. Just like on OCG, you have the beginning of the potential bull flag consolidation on decreasing volume. You have Tcat, the beginning of a potential bull flag consolidation on decreasing volume. Pretty good. We're not seeing any panic selling going on. So with Tcat, it would be interesting to see if it can hold above 20. If it can hold above 20, lowest $19 area, and flag in that area, it could also set up for a potential swing trade. So I like these two stocks to monitor for that. And if I don't catch a swing trade on them, then I'm definitely going to be watching to see if I can nail a good day trade if it breaks up and out of the flag in the coming days. So those two are easily my favorite. Then the third one would be ZKIN. I'm not really like ZKIN all that much because of this huge upper wick that it placed on Friday. I mean, this thing did go all the way up here to almost $15 and it closed off at $11.20. So that's, I mean, it took back a lot of the move. It took back over 50% of the move. But if you scroll back some on ZKIN, you can see we are up over this previous $10 resistance from way back here, okay? You could see that if you just look to the left, you see all those tops, the line goes right through. You see my cursor, you see the line on the crosshairs, boom, right there. It's up over that $10 area resistance. So if it continues to hold that, maybe it'll start to, give us some sort of U shape. So you can watch that on ZKIN. It's definitely not my favorite. Now, some that I don't like would be AAME. Do not like this one that much. I don't like it. There's not a whole ton to like in a sense, but it's not terrible. But right now, what it really needs to do is get up over $7. You could see it clear as day there on the chart. To the right, you see that line right across $7. You got a double top there. Okay, so $7 is going to be tough resistance. Then you have to contend with 750s and then in front of $8. So there's a lot of resistance points, potential resistance points still on this chart here. So that's why I don't really like AAME that much. But it could still be kept on watch. And I'm going in order of the ones I like here. Now, the next one that I'm not a huge fan of is IMTE. Now, if you just look here at IMTE, you're like, oh, Jesse, but why don't you like that? Look, it's forming a bull flag. If you scroll back on this thing, you got a ton of overhang resistance potential here, all right? You got to contend with this $10 area. Look at the line. Look, you got $10, $9 here, $10 here. You got $10 in here. You got $10 in here, $10 in here, and here, and here. Previous support here that would probably act as resistance, previous resistance here. Like, there's a lot of overhanging resistance, and you have a continuous downtrend on this thing. Let's see if we can draw a little bit of a trend line here, so you can see what I'm talking about. Boom. Look at that. You have a continuous downtrend. So if it does break up and out of $10, then it'll be something that I will take into serious consideration at that point and take a little bit more serious. But until that happens, it's really not there, for me. All right. And then lastly, we have YVR. YVR had made some big moves as well, and I don't like the daily chart. Look at this. That's a disaster. It looks so ugly. It's really, really nasty looking. And you got a ton of $5 and $4 resistance points. Don't like this one at all. So definitely my top favorites are going to be Tcat. Well, right, in order. OCG, Tcat, okay, and last but not least, ZKIN, but ZKIN really needs to clean this up. I don't like this upper wick here at all. The big volume, it's still okay. It's okay. But Tcat and OCG definitely have the best looking daily charts when it comes down to it, okay? They're just up over all the resistance zones on their charts, and they look, you know, they look like they have a lot of potential if that NFT hype continues to stay in the sector. If it doesn't, if it dwindles down, if that fire gets put out, then these things are probably just going to get, you know, very duddish and a couple pumps here and there that some randomness might occur. Outside of that, you know, that's it. But those are the levels that I think are important on these stocks. Let me know your thoughts. Drop them in the comment section below for me. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Smash the like button, and I'll catch you on the next one.